What's up, boys? Also, Mitch, Mitch.
What's going on, Nick?
What's up? Nice to meet you.
This is really funny, actually, because you guys, we got a Patriots fan, we got a Dolphins fan. So,
and we're talking the AFC.
And we're going to talk to the AFC today, so it's awesome. Nick, do you have high hopes for your Finns this year? I think it's kind of disrespectful to see them as the third betting favorite in this division. To be
I have them winning the division, by the way.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
That's bad for you, Nick. I'm sorry.
According to your
Yeah,
model?
I mean,
yes. I saw the odds.
Sandy bet him in the playoffs last year, and then we lost. So
I have the Dolphins winning the division because, one, I think the Bills are frauds. I said it today. I think take their under win total. Patriots are they're fucking dog shit. The Jets or whatever. I think the Dolphins are the best team in that division, and I think the Dolphins are regular season merchants. If we learn anything from last year, regular season merchants.
They haven't been dealt the easiest fortune, I would say, in the playoffs. Can't keep.
I mean, they faced the Bills.
Field. Skylar Thompson started a fucking playoff game, didn't he? Like 2 years ago.
Next man up. Next man up. A certain backup for the Eagles won a Super Bowl, so we can't be blaming backups.
Okay.
In terms of that, am I right there? I mean,
Ave, is he?
I remember that pretty well.
Yeah. Yes. Next man up.
Mitch, do you think this is the year where, Patriots fans finally take their medicine and they finish last?
Last in the East? Well, they did that.
No, the NFL.
I mean, they did that last year.
Yeah.
So
true.
I feel like they're going to take their medicine again. They're probably going to finish last again. Yeah. But at least there's hope this year because there's Drake May. So people are a little bit excited. So if he shows some signs of progress and looking like he is the future, then it will be exciting for Patriots fans.
Yeah, tank for Shador. DC Bets is staying in chat. That would be good to have a quarterback room of Drake May, Shador Sanders, and Joe Milton. That'd be perfect. Be a
pretty athletic.
Very athletic top three there. I think I would agree with the price there on the AFC East with taking the Dolphins at plus 240. I don't know if I would want it to. See, you can't bet the Jets to win.
The Jets fuck it.
I love Aaron Rodgers.
They always suck. It doesn't matter. Like they won't. I don't think they'll be as bad this year. But God, is Aaron Rodgers the worst? Hey, Johnny?
I hate Aaron Rodgers. I mean, their defense is sick though. The Jets defense is fucked.
And their offense is going to be.
Can you name two players on the Jets defense?
Darrelle Revis. I just know their defense is good because I used to always bet their unders last year, and I know their defense was good, and as well their offense was really, really bad.
I'd make an argument for the Jets.
Yeah,
I would currently have the Bills as the favorite just because they have by far the best quarterback in the division, and they have.
Oh, Nick, are you gonna take that, bro? We can't be having that. To it.
4 divisions crowns in a row, but with the Jets, I would say they do have the best defense.
Thank you,
Aaron Rodgers, if he's healthy. That's the best quarterback play by far that they've had in years. Years. The offensive line very much improved. Tyron Smith on the left, Morgan Moses on the right. They 4 new starters on the offensive line. Garrett Wilson could have a huge year. They added Mike Williams as wide receiver too. Breece Hall's elite running back. So they can run the ball, throw the ball, and with a good defense, I think it's manageable that they work this out. If they get through the early part of the schedule, Miami plays a awful schedule down the stretch. I think Miami might get the lead in the division early, but then as they always do, they might start to lose games in November, December, January once we get closer to the playoffs. So I think the Jets have a lot of potential, but it's a matter of this coaching staff bringing it all together.
Nick, what do you think about all that, huh?
Yeah, I think it's a whole bunch of bullshit, honestly. I think you just line us up against the Jets, the Patriots, give us them 16, 17 games in a row, and we'll run it back like it's 72. I don't really worry too much about this at all. I think the Dolphins are surefire to be one of the top teams in the AFC. I think they're going to easily make the playoffs. I think they're going to win the AFC East by multiple games. The Dolphins play the Jets in MetLife in Week 18, and I think our backups are going to be in. You're going to see Skylar Thompson again. So it's going to be an easy season, as per usual. And then they'll probably end up choking in the playoffs. But, hey.
I told you, they're regular season merchants.
Game my whole life.
Are you a Dolphins fan?
No. But
the regular Dolphins hat.
Wait,
yeah, it's a nice hat.
Is that true? They haven't won a playoff game your entire life.
Yeah, I'm 25. We haven't won one my whole life.
When's the OwnersBox draft? 2 weeks.
The Jets have won more.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
Well, Mark Sanchez.
You can't forget about the Sanchez.
Rex Ryan, baby.
Yeah, Rex Ryan.
So they haven't won since 2000. That was their last playoff win. I was 3.
Yeah, so when I was 1 year old, I don't really count that.
No.
How are the Dolphins going to block the Jets?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's just screens early and often.
Just screens?
And they're just going to throw the ball in half a second. Really. That's
Bubble
just how
screens.
you block
So what
them.
are your thoughts on like Tua being on fraud watch? Because a lot of the Twitter timeline loves to hate on Tua. I think he probably gets the most hate out of all the quarterbacks.
He spent a ton of VC on his look this year as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. It's like Roman Reigns with the
I
tattoos
think
now.
Tua gets majority of the hate on NFL Twitter. I think he's one of the most like not controversial, but like people just love spewing takes about Tua on social media. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're just going to keep doing it until we win something, right? Because they're just going to say, oh, he's a regular season merchant. He can't win in the cold. I mean, it was like negative 30 degrees. People are dying of frostbite out there. Our whole defense is hurt. So, I mean, like, what do you want to do? Jalen Waddle can't catch in the cold either, apparently. So, I don't know what to say about it. Oh, what I will tell you is I do think that Tua is a lot better than people give him the credit for. And Brian Flores is an asshole, obviously. Tua shit on him this week, and I think he deserves that.
Okay.
Brian Flores was a funny one because I saw like some Dolphins fans saying like it was fucked up what they did to him, and then you have the quarterback pretty much saying like this guy was a human piece of shit and was just terrible to me my entire time there. So it is funny just seeing behind the curtain, seeing like what Brian Flores was actually like, and then he said he was blackballed by the NFL and he's just a piece of shit.
I think you should.
Yeah, and he also made us lose our first round pick too, because we went to see Tom Brady on a boat or something.
Yeah. Really?
Might have won you a playoff game with Tom Brady, though.
Probably would have won the Super Bowl, but yeah.
Okay, we got to get away from this division. There's too much bias.
There's no bias. What do you mean?
The Dolphins offense does rock, though. I will give you that.
Honestly, Nick,
The
I thought
Dolphins
you gave it really
uniforms
realistic.
fucking suck. I'll say it.
Oh my god,
That's
that's
the
the
worst
worst
take.
take
You don't
I've
like
ever heard in my
that
life.
actually
The white
Wow,
jerseys
shit.
are sick.
No, they're
Come on.
bad. Go to the throwbacks, and they have the best uniform set in the league.
The colors are
Their
fine.
current
Like
uniform
the
combo is
Reggie
ass.
Bush era. Or before that.
No, like before when they wear their throwbacks, they're the best uniform in sports.
Which throwback? Why am I not thinking
The
of it?
stripes on the sleeves.
Oh, and like the playful dolphin.
Yes, exactly.
We got a little bit of a tidbit there from Craig Ballard. Mike McDaniel starts every meeting at 24 because that was the last time they won a playoff game. I like that.
No,
That's
that's
fine.
fucking
That's
stupid.
fucking rocks.
That's,
Parlay and Peter, we're doing the AFC.
he
today.
only fucks at
We'll do the
12:24
AFC
p.m.
next.
Mike McDaniel's only has sex at 12:24.
Okay, the AFC South. Mitch, I've seen a lot of love for the Jags this year, obviously in this division. Do you think their team has improved, or do you think it's just taken another year kind of to develop and you get everyone kind of back and healthy going into this year's AFC South? Because the Texans still are the favorite.
Yeah, I think it's better. Jacksonville, like, I think they improved the offensive line subtly. Mitch Morse should help in that regard. Brian Thomas Jr., I'm huge on, although he is kind of like a replacement for Calvin Ridley. Like, kind of people forget that, but I do think he'll be an explosive rookie addition. Defensively, I think is where they could take a huge step forward because they did add to the offense or the defensive line, I should say, with Eric Armstead. Ryan Nielsen's a great defensive coordinator. I think that's a huge upgrade for them. And then in the back end, I think they're just younger guys kind of getting better and entering their prime. Guys like Andre Sisco, who are kind of underrated, take that next step forward. So I look at Jacksonville. They didn't do a ton to like get super excited, but if Trevor Lawrence is healthy and he's playing the way he did in 2022 and the beginning of 2023, then I do think they have a shot to make the playoffs. I would definitely favor the Texans in the division, though. I'm very high on the Texans. So.
Okay. Johnny, Trevor Lawrence, overrated, underrated?
Overrated.
Okay. That. Good. Nick, what are your thoughts on this division? Are you seeing it like Mitch? You think it's Texans all the way, or do you think the Jags could fight at level 3-1 to win the AFC South right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Jags could definitely win it. I mean, last year they were literally the best team in the AFC until everything went wrong, and then they ended up missing the playoffs completely, which was like hilarious. But I can't really make too much fun of them because the Dolphins did the exact same thing. Number one in the AFC, lose the Titans, and that's all disaster. But I would bet the Texans 100%. I think the addition of Stephon Diggs isn't really the biggest realistically, but I still think they're just a much better team than the Jaguars all around. I actually think the addition of Mixon is going to help them the most, having a surefire running back there, because obviously Dameon Pierce, Devin Singletary weren't cutting it. So I'm very excited about the Texans this year, and I would definitely bet them. I mean, the Jaguars, the value's there. I would sooner bet the Titans, though. I think the Titans are going to really surprise people this year.
How's
I
the,
saw a lot of love for the Titans actually win total.
Really?
Yeah, on Twitter. I don't know if it.
Who
I don't know
is the Texans' offensive line good?
The
I wouldn't say they're
Texans,
great.
No, it's like
they're average, but they were very beat up last year. Like
Okay.
they were able to kind of replace a whole bunch of players that were supposed to be starters like weekly.
Okay.
So they've been very good schematically with replacing those players and getting away with it. And Stroud just works the pocket and gets rid of the ball so fast that he just overcomes it.
Okay. Yeah. What was I just?
I do like that Colts play, Craig. I mean, they did have Gardner Minshew though. It's not like they had like some bum.
I don't know if you guys saw the report from the cross practice with the Colts and the Bengals. How Anthony Richardson was like refusing to throw, like he wouldn't throw the ball, like what they would call offensive plays, and he would just end up running it because he couldn't go through like his progressions, and the Bengals DBs were chirping him. I think Anthony Richardson's on fraud watch. He's on linebacker watch.
No, he's not.
I kind of think the Colts are overrated.
Okay. What
I
makes
think
you say that?
Who's
by a
fucking
certain
overrated?
section of fans.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are like super hyped on Anthony Richardson,
Yeah.
and I kind of see it, but at the same time, I just need to see it before I believe it. Like he wasn't even that good at Florida, and the secondary can't cover me, and they lost one of their best defensive ends on their entire team already. I like the coach a lot, Shane Steichen, but I just feel like the Titans and the Colts are a lot closer. The Titans have just as much upside. And the Texans, I feel, are clearly the favorite. And then Jacksonville's kind of like one of those wild card potential teams. That's kind of the way that I see it. I think the Colts need another year or two to really work out this whole thing with Anthony Richardson.
I honestly, I'm a huge Anthony Richardson guy. I always have never
Played
been.
like 4 games last year.
No, I know.
He was sick though.
I'm
in those
extremely
4 games.
bullish on
Yeah,
Anthony Richardson.
he was a good runner.
I've always had
He was
problems
really
with
good
quarterbacks who don't protect themselves though, like when they run. Like that shit ain't gonna last. But I enjoy watching him play. I think he's a good quarterback. I like the Colts as a team this year. Honestly, I think I'm on the bandwagon. I guess you could call me that substitute of people who believe. That the Colts
I
are better.
agree
There you
though.
go.
I think
maybe I'm part of that group.
like there's no way the Colts should be plus 310 to win the division, and the Titans
No, that'd
are
be
plus
40 cents different
Like,
between them and the
no
Jags. Seems
way.
insane to me.
Like, are people undervaluing Will Levis that much? Is that what this is at this point?
Well, what's the Titans win total? 5.5. You said? Did anyone look? I think it's 5.5. I'll look right now. Yeah, 6.5 plus money to the over. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think they could win 7 games.
All right, let's just move on. We have this division figured out. It's the Texans and the Titans.
Titans aren't
Fuck
winning.
the Colts.
I
like the
like
Colts,
the
right?
Colts personally.
Yeah,
That's just for me though. I'll take that one in my grave.
AFC North.
Bengals already won this.
The
division.
Bengals won
Let's
the
move
division.
on.
Bengals won the
AFC
division,
West.
dude. The Bengals. This is the year the Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl, guys. If you're right.
Well,
This is the year.
I have my meat on table for the Bengals this year,
This
cock
is the year
out
the Bengals are
right
going
on
to
the
Super
table,
Bowl. And
and I'll go.
I honestly have been one of the more confident things I've stated in quite a while.
it's
I think.
Steelers under win total, by the way.
Okay, who do you guys think is going to start?
Ooh.
Is it going to be Russ for sure?
Oh, Russ.
Justin Fields looks like a fucking blind guy.
He's so bad. I don't understand why people think this guy. I guess he aesthetically he looks cool and he runs, but I mean he holds on the ball so long. I guess Russ kind of does too, but at least Russ like doesn't turn it over and he like plays through the defense. Like I think there's veteran things that Russ will do that Mike Tomlin will like. Leadership. Justin Fields, I just feel like I don't know, man. He hasn't looked any better. His progressions, like he just. Oh man, he tucks and runs all the time. It's frustrating to watch, but yeah, Pittsburgh's interesting. What do you guys think of Pittsburgh?
Well, Craig in the chat also likes the Steelers under win total.
What is it?
I'll
tell you right now.
tell you right now, Johnny.
I mean, they don't seem very
It
talented.
is.
up.
It's
You
8.5
don't
at
forget
minus
their
144 at FanDuel right now.
Yeah,
I haven't really like dissected their schedule, but like they didn't really get any better, right? Like I don't think
the
Russell
defense is just so good.
True.
That's the thing with me is like when Minka was kind of hurt last year. Whenever Watt's on the field, they seem to win. And the thing with the Steelers is Mike Tomlin, again, you've heard it a million times, never has a losing record because the defense makes all these crazy plays. They win with like a strip sack or a pick six or something, but they added Patrick Queen at linebacker, which I think was a pretty big addition for their defense. They have one of the best pass rushes in football. It really comes down to their offense.
Yeah.
I do think when you talk about, I know people hate Arthur Smith, but the upgrade from Matt Canada to Arthur Smith is like a pretty substantial upgrade. The thing that worries me most is quarterback play and wide receiver 2 and like the wide receiver depth chart. That's why they were trying to get Brandon Ayuk. Beyond George Pickens, it's pretty pathetic. So just compared to the other teams in the division, they don't have a lot of talent there.
Who is the next receiver after Pickens right now? Because Johnson's gone.
Ray McLeod.
It's debatable.
Ray McLeod.
That's insane.
Fuck this team.
I think it was like Van Jefferson
Calvin
in the
Austin.
preseason.
Van Jefferson
is
Yeah,
no
Okay,
way.
so by the way, we also did a video like a month and a half ago where we did early NFL futures. I'm pretty sure you took the Steelers over.
No.
Yeah. I'm almost positive you did.
I just
sure.
wouldn't.
This
bet
might be
it.
a bad day for the Saints.
No,
camp.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And I
Don't
didn't,
bet against
I
Tomlin.
regret posting that.
but
video.
yeah, that's it too. It's also hard to
Let
bet
me
against
see.
Tomlin,
I'm gonna go
but maybe
find
this is the year. Like streaks are meant to
Maybe.
be broken. Johnny, how would you if you?
I
1,
fucking
2, 3,
hate Russell
4.
Wilson.
1, 2, 3, 4 in this division.
I genuinely hate Russell Wilson. I think it goes Bengals, Browns.
Oh,
Or sorry, no. Ravens, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers.
Oh,
okay. So that's exactly okay.
Yeah.
That's exactly how the odds are.
Ravens
I
are
got Bengals
Holy
to win
shit,
it.
I did take
Yep.
the Steelers over.
Yep.
I'm sick.
Their O-line could actually be good this year. Even after 3 years of them trying to remake it, it actually could be good. I don't think they're that.
Who's
Michigan
going
State is
to run
really
the
gonna
ball for
play
the
a lot.
Steelers, too?
Huh?
Who's going to run the ball for the Steelers?
Justin Fields going to be running back.
Yeah. Wildcat, him and Najee Harris.
Yeah, I hate Russell
Jalen
Wilson.
Warren.
so-
I thought he got
Jalen
hurt.
Warren, yes.
Did he
of
not
course.
just get hurt?
He'll be fine. Not Najee. No, Najee too. But yeah.
Nick, what are your thoughts on this division?
Yeah, I like the Bengals as well. I always bet the Bengals. It never ends up working, but I love the Bengals this year. I think the Bengals are one of the best teams in the AFC.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
I think the Ravens are we're in for some major regression this season. I'm
The
afraid.
Ravens, okay.
Yeah.
I think they'll still be good, but
I think they'll be good, but
Najee and Warren is a solid backfield. Najee Harris runs for 1.8 yards per carry every fucking game, and
Najee Harris, when he was really good, when he was like bigger than everyone, when he was like 16. But
Yeah.
he's gotten progressively worse at almost every level, I want to say. He was good at Alabama, but like he was still a drop off from what he was doing in high school.
Yeah, I think the Ravens make the playoffs, but regression's definitely going to come. They lost 3 coaches on defense alone. One of them is now the Dolphins defensive coordinator. They lost a couple pieces on defense, like Queen, like Geno Stone, who's on the Bengals now.
Geno Stone had like
Jadeveon
7
Clowney.
interceptions last year, didn't he? Or something like that? Didn't he lead the NFL?
Yeah,
in
Geno
interceptions?
Stone had like 6 or 7 picks, something like that. He was up there. And then the offensive line, like people kind of just skating by that. They lost 3 starters and they replaced them all with kind of unknowns. So yes, Mark Andrews is healthy, but that's about it. And Derrick Henry's there, so that kind of like boosts them up a little bit. But
And I
to
still
me,
don't really
those are
have-
2 big issues.
I still don't really think their receiving core is that good either. Still, like
No, just Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers is your receiver 1-2. Like that doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? Like that's not a.
Rashad Bateman breakout.
Yeah, they've been
we've
saying
been waiting
that
for that. Yeah, we've been waiting.
You're
for
saying
that.
that Rashad Bateman, we're waiting. He's been the same time we're waiting for the Kevin White breakout season.
Are you giving out Nick in your videos this for undervalued players? You giving out any players in this division?
Oh, I always give out Rashad Bateman except for this year. But I
Good.
mean, I've been
I
on
didn't
that
want to say
train for
Rashad
literally
directly,
years.
but I know.
But Nick, you're in a good spot because once he breaks out, inevitably,
Yeah, then you can just post that
you
and
can
be
say
like, I was
you
there.
right read, wrong result. You were a year early on it.
True.
Oh, I've been like years early. How long has he been in the NFL? Like 3
this is
years
like,
already?
Yeah, it's felt like an eternity though, because he just hasn't broken out, and everyone talks about him all preseason, every preseason.
Bengals undervalued, Coach Laxer. I don't know if they're undervalued, but
I think, yeah.
well, I mean the Ravens are the favorite by a small margin, but I have the Bengals to win the Super Bowl 13-1.
Good bet.
I have the Bengals.
I think the
Bengals to
bet,
win the
honestly-
division.
Sir, who's your favorite football team?
Huh?
What's your favorite football team?
The Bengals.
Okay, thanks.
I think they know that.
I think you stay away from the wins here and just take the fucking
Super Bowl, just
take
take it
no,
all
no,
for
no, no, no,
glory.
not the Super Bowl. You take them to win the AFC North at plus 150 or whatever. Like, come on,
And you
that's the bet. It's
And
the
then you
that's the
parlay
wager.
that-
That's my most confident future. And I honest to God.
I say you just bet AFC North, AFC, Super Bowl MVP, MVP.
I did this last year.
just not
and I'm
MVP
doing
though.
that.
Just
Bet
not
it all.
MVP because if he wins MVP, they're not going to win the Super Bowl. Is that like
That's
doesn't that like
true.
never
That's true.
happen, right?
Well, except for Mahomes that one year.
Yeah, but Speaking of Mahomes, what are you guys going to parlay Chiefs to win the AFC West with? Because it's minus 270.
crazy.
Would you pay that, John, for an?
I'm not a futures guy, so I wouldn't do that. I mean,
would
that's
you ever
crazy.
bet, like, why wouldn't you never?
I think I already have.
Minus
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
270 is crazy, dude. I mean, this division is shit,
who
though.
the
Hey,
fuck else?
It's so bad.
Who's gonna be worse, the Broncos or the Raiders?
The Raiders. I
The
like
Broncos.
The Raiders.
No.
Oh,
for sure.
mixed
Nick
bag.
and I on the same page. Broncos win total might be a max too. I'll get
Over?
this out now. Over.
Are you suddenly a Bo Nix fan?
I'm in on Bo
Bo
Nix.
Nix-
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
Dude,
I'm
Bo
sorry.
Nix-
He's
no,
30. He should be good
Bo
this
Nix
year.
is Brock Purdy 2.0.
no, he's not.
He's not the same player.
Bo
but
Nix-
He had this. Actually, no, he's not. I take that
They're
back.
not the same at all. They're not even close.
If he's as good as Brock Purdy, then I might be in trouble.
Do you have their under?
No, I didn't bet it, but I would just say that I think they'll be in last. I just don't see the talent on the team. I like Sean Payton, but I think they're pretty limited at skill positions overall. I think their defense is pretty underwhelming. I just don't see anything about their team that really allows them to elevate a rookie quarterback. While I do feel the Raiders definitely could go either way, but they have more individual talent. I think they have a better defense. And I think they have like Devontae Adams, Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers, even like guys that can get the ball. Gardner Minshew isn't terrible. He could definitely be better than rookie Bo Nix. So for me, I just think the Raiders they have an identity. They want to run the ball, play defense. I kind of understand what they want to be. The Broncos, I just have no idea, which I guess is
That's why you buy
good.
stock, though. That's when you buy stock. You buy stock when
I don't know.
there's a lot of
Explain the
question.
Broncos to me. I don't really see it other than Sean Payton.
You
I don't really
can't.
see it.
Like, I'm looking at this defense right now. There's not a single person I would be confident putting in my starting lineup other than Pat Surtain. I don't know
Yeah.
any of the. Well, I know the names, but this isn't a good
Oh,
defense
you
at all.
didn't
It's
know
all
about
about-
Alex Singleton, led the NFL in tackles last year? That guy?
CFL.
No, Alex Singleton. Didn't he lead the NFL in tackles last year? I'm pretty sure he did. The Denver linebacker? He was top 3 minimum. He's a dog. But
He's always up there. Yeah.
Anyways, I like the Broncos. I always do this with every sport. Like this year, Nick, I'm sure you've seen. I bet the Rockies team total. Like I like to find a
He
shit
had
team.
177 tackles last
Yeah,
year.
he's insane.
You have a Denver kink.
No, I just have a rat shit team over. Like I want to find that fucking hidden gem team that.
Well,
goes,
perfect. You're going
and
from the Colorado Rockies to the Denver Broncos.
that is just by chance that I'm going to do that.
Just
But I'm
down the
actually
street,
opening the sports book as we're on air here, and I'm going to be betting the Denver Broncos.
You're doing. Oh, that's confirmed. That's
Like,
locked in.
well, it hasn't been bet yet, but it's about to be in about 30 seconds here.
Okay. Okay. Very
So
cool.
we're riding with the Broncos this year.
Nick, why do you think the Raiders are finished behind the Broncos?
I just don't think the Raiders are all that good. I don't think Gardner Minshew is very good. I think that Zamir White's a good player. Devontae Adams are good players, but I think Devontae Adams could just get traded, right? And if he does end up getting traded, then the Raiders are just kind of finished.
Yeah, then they're really screwed. That is a good point.
Devontae Adams to the Dolphins, Nick, midseason.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Him and CeeDee Lamb
Yeah,
are
'cause
coming.
they need more receivers. That's what they need. Devontae Adams is a Lambo at the motel.
Devontae Adams rocks,
He's
dude.
awesome. He's so good.
Yeah, that meme, the Bugatti parked at the that shack of a house meme. That's what that is.
Oh, Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Do you miss him?
I mean, listen, I miss him, of course.
Yeah.
Best route runner in the NFL, maybe other than Keenan Allen, probably.
Yeah.
Obviously
Back
gets
Keenan
open.
Allen.
I mean, the guy, poor guy. Look, he went from Rodgers to whoever like Minshew now, and just had a bunch of rat shit. But
He loved Jimmy G.
he hasn't had a quarter. Like you
There
gotta
is
feel bad for
literally the
guy.
Netflix doc of the receiver of him just saying like, "I'm going to get killed out here," when Jimmy G
Yes.
was throwing the ball.
Yeah. That's what he does, man. Jimmy G special.
That's
Do you-
every receiver with Jimmy G. He just tries to throw it in between 3 people in the middle of the field.
Do you guys think at any point Gardner Minshew will lose his job this year? To Aiden
Potentially.
O'Connell. Or O'Connell, sorry. Yeah, I think there is going to be at one point where you're going to see Aiden O'Connell start a game. I don't think Gardner Minshew is going to be that consistent.
I'm a Gardner Minshew respecter.
I
but
think he's good.
yeah.
I think he's good, but I don't think there's no way. There's either even if he gets hurt, I think you're going to see Aiden O'Connell. What do you guys think of the Chargers this year with Harbaugh and obviously a pretty different looking?
I don't even know
team
who the
and offense.
receivers are. Who are the
Quentin Johnson,
receivers?
league winner this
Quentin
year, Nick.
Johnson.
You ready? You're on the
Exactly.
wagon. Quentin Johnson, league winner.
and Lad
Josh
McConkey.
Palmer.
Why
my
is
guy.
why is
Lad
Jim Harbaugh
McConkey.
the favorite for Coach of the Year this year?
Because
Because he
he's
just won a national
Harbaugh.
championship.
And like he,
No, I think the Chargers are like completely gassed up for no reason. Like they have a great coach from the college level, and he used to be a great coach in the NFL, but it's been years. And they have a great quarterback. They really have nothing else. I guess good tackles. They have Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater, but Joey Bosa can't stay healthy. Their defense has been horrible for the last few years. They can't stop the run. Their secondary, Derwin James has kind of regressed. And offensively, I mean, they're going to try to run the ball with a Justin Herbert-led offense with Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins, 2 retreads from the Ravens. They have no receiver talent outside of like Lad McConkey and Josh Palmer.
And
like,
DJ
this is
Chark.
not going to happen. I could see them finishing 3rd in the division. Like, people think they're going to easily finish 2nd. I don't see it.
I think that's a pretty intelligent take there. I would agree. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go. Like, he's just revamping the roster. I feel like putting his own hardball spin, and it's going to take longer than like 1 year. Why is Mush saying Mush? Are you a Chargers fan now too?
No, he loves Hardbox, the Niners.
Or he just
He's a Niners Gluck 9000 in the chat.
Oh yeah. So Sandy, before I ask you guys maybe like for one last bet before we let you go, I don't know if you guys know that. I mean, I'm sure Nick knows this. I don't know if you know this, Mitch, but Sandy is like a huge Brock Purdy hater. He thinks
really?
So is Nick.
He thinks
too.
he's one of the most fraudulent quarterbacks in the NFL. Are you guys on that wavelength, or is that just Sandy?
I'm not. I think Brock Purdy's good. I don't think he's like great or elite, but I think he's good. I think when you watch just one thing about him, to me, makes him good. The offensive line doesn't really pass protect well, and he's still able to make plays off schedule, and he's still able to make plays under pressure, and he's still able to make plays at the end of games in important games. I think he's still a product of Kyle in some way, shape, or form, but I think he does a lot of the things Tua does, but he's also like athletic. So to me, I don't know. I think Purdy's pretty good. I don't think he's phenomenal, but he's pretty good.
Nick, please weigh in here if you have some thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I just think Shanahan in 2 years might just find some other random white dude out of college to play quarterback for the team. Like, I really don't think Brock Purdy is like all that. Now, again, I don't think Brock Purdy deserves to be like completely dumped on. Like, he's not terrible. Like, he's better than Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, the people that compare him to Jimmy Garoppolo, I think are pretty stupid, but I don't see him as being anything super special. The team will probably end up paying him, but I also don't see him getting like some crazy record-breaking contract like what Jordan Love got or whatever the other top 3 quarterbacks are in the NFL. He just doesn't deserve that.
Yeah, because Jordan Love deserves it.
I'm ready to die on the hill that Jordan Love sucks.
You're such
No,
a
I am
like,
genuinely ready to die on the hill.
Do you think
Jordan
Brock Purdy's better
Love
than Jordan
is
Love?
the most, yes. Jordan Love is the most
I can't even take
overrated
crazy here.
quarterback.
Do you not think it's a little crazy? He played 1 good year and he gets
He played no, not
He's
he
gonna
didn't.
regret this take.
He did not play 1 good year. He had 7 good games. He played 7 good games.
He was on a 1-year prove it deal and he fucking proved it. He made. I mean, like, what are we talking about here?
He played 7 good games.
Did he get the contract to be the richest quarterback in the NFL?
Well, that's that inflation, baby. That's what the market. That's what the market determines. It's listen.
Paying Jordan Love the most money
in
in NFL history for a quarterback after 7 good games is the most ridiculous shit I've ever
There
seen.
you go.
He's the Andrew Benintendi.
Jordan Love's good, man. And I think you're gonna regret this. Jordan Love's good.
Johnny
spews crap, man.
No,
I
he's
don't
not.
even
Sandy,
waste my
you're
energy.
biased. If Jordan Love and Brock Purdy switch places, you would say Brock Purdy's nasty and Jordan Love sucks.
Jordan Love would be the second
Probably.
reincarnation of Joe Montana if he was on the 49ers.
Oh my god, dude.
Jordan Love was terrible in the first half last season.
Jordan
you
Love-
were chirping him.
He
was
wasn't good.
chirping him
He
last
struggled.
year.
Yeah, because he had never started an NFL game in his
Jordan
entire
Love wins the
career.
Super Bowl last year.
Look at Rodgers' first few games at start. Like every starter, takes some time.
Jordan
He put
Love's
it
going to
together.
suck
Like,
this year.
that
I'm willing to
He
die
was
on
the
this
best
hill.
quarterback in the NFL in the second half. Of the
I'm
NFL
willing
season
to die on
last
this
year,
hill
and
that
that's
Jordan
not
Love is not going to be
statistics
good this
legit
year.
Prove that. We don't need to get into Jordan Love. I'll go on this all day. All I'm saying is Brock Purdy is not. He's not a top 15.
We'll save it for the
Brock
NFC.
Purdy
NFC
beat
preview
Jordan
coming
Love
soon.
in a playoff game this year.
True.
Brock Purdy's team beat Jordan Love's team in a playoff game.
No, Brock Purdy
That
beat
is
Jordan
what
Love.
happened. No, they don't play each other. They're both quarterbacks, John.
Okay, Brock Purdy outplayed Jordan Love.
Is that true?
Yes. Let's look at the stats.
That's pretty debatable, but
Yeah.
Also
Purdy was like
raining.
really bad at the start of the game, and then
Johnny
he was
just
really good at the
spewed.
end,
Listen
while
to him.
Jordan Love was really good at the start and really bad at the end. So like it's kind of debatable. But
It's better to be good at the end of the game.
Jordan Love.
True.
That's what
Oh
I've
my
heard.
God, Sandy. Oh, you're an idiot. Jordan
Two
Love,
picks.
21 for 34, 194 yards, 2 picks.
You needed these. The
Okay,
lights were
okay,
too
that's
bright.
fine.
You forgot the 2
Brock
touchdowns.
Purdy,
Yeah, you got the
23 for 39, no interceptions, 252 yards. And
One
a touchdown.
One touchdown.
Jordan Love,
Yeah, but
2
he handed
picks.
off to
The moment got too
touchdowns
big.
to McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
he's a
guy.
great handoff
Was there
guy.
a slip? Was there a slip screen touchdown throw?
He's
in
a
there
great
for
handoff
70
guy.
yards. Yeah.
You
Let's
said,
go
but
cut
no,
the
we
tape.
can all agree. We
Let's
can
go
all agree.
cut
We're
the
all
tape.
football guys. We can all agree that Jordan Love got outplayed by Brock Purdy in this game. Brock Purdy threw. I mean, Jordan Love didn't even
had
throw
threw a
200
terrible
yards. He
interception
didn't
at the
even
end.
throw 200 yards in the game.
Boston Sports.
Yeah,
Talk.
what's the
raining,
yak?
bro.
Let's read the yak.
was
Go to
raining,
the
yeah, it was
yak.
raining.
Read the yak.
I don't know what
Read
the
the yak.
yak.
And he also is going
Purdy's
to the
terrible in
Avengers
the
on
rain,
defense.
though. I
On
will say
defense.
Yeah.
Anytime he's in the rain, bet against him.
Okay.
He's got small hands, probably.
I will say though, to
Yeah.
Boston Sports Talk's point, Jordan Love is getting a lot of hype right now, which I think is going to get like the expectation now compared to going. Obviously, last year's way different, but I do think there's
Yeah.
a little bit of overhype going. As an unbiased take, I definitely agree with that for sure.
All right.
Okay, great, Sandy. That was awesome. Really
Fraud
good to hear
boy
that.
Jordan Love, man.
Okay, boys. Before you head out, I would just love your most confident bet in the AFC. Either of you. Nick, we'll start with you.
I'm just gonna go for the NFL as a whole, and it's Tua Tagovailoa plus 1,100 most regular season passing yards, baby.
Okay.
Lock that in.
Okay.
That's a good
I
look.
actually-
I thought you were about to say
Actually, it's
MVP.
fair.
I thought you were about to say MVP.
Okay, that's bias. I mean, he has the Avengers at wide receiver for him.
How's that
he can,
bias?
he can still win the award.
I know. I'm
His
saying,
wide receiver 3 is a TikToker. Braxton Berrios.
I know, I'm saying it's biased, but it's a good pick. You're a Dolphins fan.
That's
Braxton
fine. Hey,
Berrios
listen,
is doing like,
listen,
right.
Johnny. That's fine.
They can still win.
Yeah, they can.
No,
doesn't mean
I'm
they
saying
can't
it's
win.
biased, but it's a good pick.
There's
I
nothing wrong
literally
with that.
just
Okay.
said 5 minutes ago the Dolphins offense rocks.
I thought you were making a joke with
No.
the just because of Sandy. I think
No.
And Mitch, what about you?
I would just say he forgot about OBJ, but
True.
He's not even
I'd just
practicing.
probably go with the Texans to win the South.
Okay.
I think the Texans might win the whole thing. I think they might win the AFC. So yeah, I don't think the South is very good besides the Texans. I love CJ Stroud, love the coaching staff. I think they win that division easily.
All right. Yep. I like both of those.
Don't forget Cordell's brother, DC. Good call.
My bet is this is NFC, but I have Packers under 9.5 wins.
We're
plus
talking about the
112.
AFC.
I
though.
understand that. I
This
just
guy,
understand
honestly,
that.
Nick, this is the crap.
Packers
This is the
under
crap
9.5
idea.
wins.
Over.
The guy
Plus
has an
112 is a absolute lock. Let me look at the Packers schedule.
The best.
We're not talking about the Packers.
This is the best
today.
part. The bro hasn't opened one stat website related to NFL this entire preseason.
He's been on
and
Google.
he's
All right,
doing
here we go.
bullshit.
This is the Packers schedule. I'll unbiased give you loss and wins. Eagles, loss. Colts, loss. Titans, loss. Vikings win. Rams
Sounds
win.
accurate.
Cardinals win. Texans loss. Jaguars loss. Lions loss. Bears loss. Niners loss. Dolphins loss.
So they're
Lions
going-
loss. I'm telling you, this is a hard schedule,
Yeah, it's
Sandy.
tough schedule.
This is a tough schedule.
They're going to go on an 8-game losing streak.
17.
Yeah, they're
Pick
losing
Johnny.
to the
He's million
Titans,
six,
too.
bro.
Like-
I'm happy I'm
The
happy
Packers
you're
are okay.
Look,
Okay,
on the other side.
realistically, they're going to start the year. They're going to start the year 3-1. Okay, they're going to beat the Titans. They're going to beat the Colts. They're going to beat the Vikings. They're going to lose to the Rams, and then they have a tough stretch. They
Where's
got
that game? Is it in LA or in Green Bay?
LA. Then they have a tough
That's
stretch
tough.
here. They have a tough stretch here though. They go Texans, Jaguars, Lions, Bears, Niners, Dolphins, and then
That's
back
tough.
to the Lions.
That's a tough stretch.
That's 0-5.
That's not.
And then the Seahawks.
I'll tell you right now that they're not 0-5, but it's a tough stretch.
Yeah, it's
It is a hard schedule. It is a hard schedule. That part of it is.
Like Jordan Love.
Johnny, you do bring up some pretty good
Jordan
points.
Love is going to learn today. Under
Battle
9.5 plus 112.
Okay.
I think Packers win 11.
Oh.
I'm not betting the win total.
I'm seeing
I have
8
no
wins.
Packers futures this year, but
I'm seeing 8 wins.
In his
During your
bottle.
little,
In his bottle.
little exercise there, you had him at about 4 wins.
Yeah.
I'm seeing they sneak
4-13.
one maybe because
they go 4-13. I will.
They
I'll do
face
something
they face the
despicable to
Lions
myself.
twice in a 5-week stretch. They win one of those games, obviously.
Well,
Yeah. But they lose to the Bears though in Chicago. That's a guarantee. November 17th.
Johnny, I'll take out a loan.
By the way, just so everyone knows, like Sandy doesn't know anything about ball. I had a bet with Sandy last year in week 3, I believe, that the Bears would be better than the Panthers, and Sandy fought tooth and nail. Tooth and nail.
Don't forget T-Mac was on his
And
side.
T-Mac agreed, saying, Johnny, you're an idiot. The Panthers are better than the Bears. It wasn't even close. It literally
my worst take of
wasn't
the
even
season, for
close.
sure.
They played each other too, and the Bears beat the shit out of the Panthers that day. This was the worst take you ever had. So I'm 1-0 against you in NFL takes.
You're about to be 2-0 after Waldron doesn't start a play.
Yeah, Waldron as well.
That's
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Packers are frauds, man.
The Panthers win total we'll talk about next week. Andrew. Is that Andrew? Andrew I. All right, boys. Thank you very
Gentlemen.
much for coming on to talk about the AFC today.
Really appreciate
love
it.
to have you guys on at another point before the NFL season starts. Hopefully, you guys get to enjoy some college football this weekend, and yeah, have a good weekend, boys. Thanks.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you guys.
See ya.
Appreciate
See you
it.
later.